Welcome to 734 Games, and this is Game Time. And before we get started on this second video for Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC, my nephew is getting cancer treatments. His Gofundme is in the description. Any money given to this channel on Bitchute will go to that. And let's get started with Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I did a video about this before, and I wanted to clarify some things after I went through a second playthrough. So let's get started.
These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth, and it's something new. Something angry. Since they first started appearing 10 years ago, they have killed many braves.
Yeah.
Well, in my last episode of Game Time where I talked about Horizon Zero Dawn, I said it had a lot of flaws, and it did. When I downloaded the game and booted it up and I ran it, it had they didn't patch it at all. And the game had been out for a while. So I tried it again, and all my patches took. It was weird. I came back to it a couple days later, and all the patches were on there. And the game pretty much runs like it's supposed to. It looks good. It doesn't look like super that much better than it did on the PlayStation 4 Pro, but it does look better. And there's a few things that it seems like they added that I don't remember from playing when I played this game all the way through on the PlayStation. One thing about it is when Aloy when she speaks about her objectives throughout the game, you can see her lips moving while she's saying it. So they do a pretty good job making everything look really natural. Also, if she runs too long, she'll act like she's out of breath, and they added a water effect when she goes in the water. Her hair it's not quite as good as, say, Tomb Raider, where Laura's hair would flatten out when she got in the water, but you can tell that Aloy was wet when she jumps in the water and she comes out of the water. You can tell that she had just gotten wet. So they added some things into this game that I don't remember from playing this on the PlayStation 4. Maybe they do have that on the PS4, but it's definitely a lot harder to see if it's on there when you're playing it on a television. But the game looks really good. It looks pretty good. It's not the best looking game on PC, but it's not the worst looking game on PC by a long shot. Not the worst AAA looking game. So they did a pretty good job with the game. They fixed it. And now I'd say it's a little bit better than Cyberpunk on PC, although Cyberpunk on PC is still, gameplay-wise, Cyberpunk on PC is great. I'm not saying this is a better gameplay game, because they're it's kind of like apples and oranges. Even though they both kind of have that open-world flavor, they're still a heck of a lot different. And pretty much everything else about the games besides being open-world is completely different. But, so I mean, I'm really enjoying Cyberpunk. And if you've never played Horizon Zero Dawn, I'd say definitely pick it up on GOG or Steam, whatever platform you prefer. But I like GOG because they're non-DRM, and there's a lot here to like, and you get everything on PC. You get all the DLC, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And that's pretty much it for this episode of Game Time. This is your host Tom signing off from 734 Games, where gaming is alive.